Welcome to the BGSU NBC 24 Academic Challenge. From the studios of WBGU TV, here's your host, Norm Van Ness.
Hi everyone, and welcome to today's Academic Challenge, pitting together our two teams. To my left, the team from Toledo Early College, and to my right, the team from North Baltimore. We welcome them both here for today's competition. We're going to explain very quickly the rules for our first round. This will be a buzz-in round, so everyone buzzers in hand. 10 points will be awarded for correct answers. In this round, 10 points will be deducted for incorrect answers. Questions will stop when one of the teams buzzes in, and this will be a timed round of 3 minutes. Again, Toledo Early College to my left, North Baltimore to my right. Good luck to both teams. Let's get started with today's Academic Challenge. Question number 1, 3 minutes begins now. Vocabulary under the letter P. A person without any means of support. A very poor person. Early College.
No, impoverished.
Poverty?
Poverty incorrect. We were looking for pauper. That is 10 deducted points. What was the nickname of Prince Henry of Portugal, who in the mid-1400s sent his sailors farther and farther along Africa's west coast? No answer on that one. We were looking for Prince Henry the Navigator. Our next question, who wrote The Call of the Wild? North Baltimore.
Jack London.
Jack London is correct. What 1968 black and white horror film revolves around the efforts of 7 people to survive the night while trapped in a rural Pennsylvania early college?
House on Haunted Hill.
House on Haunted Hill is incorrect. We were looking for Night of the Living Dead. Next question. What is the tallest mountain in the presidential range of New Hampshire's White Mountains? No try on that one. We were looking for Mount Washington. Our next question, in physical geography, what term describes an area where the tree growth is hindered by low temperatures and short growing seasons? North Baltimore.
Tundra.
Tundra is correct. After witnessing the bombardment of Fort McHenry in Baltimore during War of 1812, a 35-year-old lawyer wrote a poem. North Baltimore.
Francis Scott Key.
Francis Scott Key, incorrect. The rest of the question was asking for the title of the song, and that, of course, the Star-Spangled Banner. So minus 10 points. Our next question, what are the smallest of a body's blood vessels connecting the arteries and veins and most closely interacting with tissues? North Baltimore.
Capillaries.
Capillaries is correct. Who wrote Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Truman Capote.
North Early College, and Truman Capote is correct. Vocabulary under the letter I. A detailed outline for a proposed journey. North Baltimore.
Itinerary.
Itinerary is correct. Our next question, in algebra, the equation y equals 3x is an example of what type of equation? North Baltimore.
Function.
Function is incorrect. We were looking for a linear equation. Our next question, the musical instrument was invented in the 1890s to replace tubas in marching bands. What is the instrument? North Baltimore.
Sousaphone.
Sousaphone is correct. Our next question, what was the result of Casey's at bat? North Baltimore.
Strikeout.
A strikeout is correct. Our next question, what TV show matches this plot line? Tonight on the Disney Channel, the Tipton Crew becomes part of a ballroom dance team. North Baltimore.
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody is correct. Even I knew that one. Here we go with the next question. France began its North American empire in 1534 when Jacques Cartier explored what river? North Baltimore.
St. Lawrence River.
St. Lawrence River is correct. And that is the end of our first round. The score currently, Early College sitting at 10 negative points, but they've got a chance to catch up on our second round. North Baltimore out ahead with 60 points. We're going to come back with our second round of our Academic Challenge today, coming up right after this quick break. Stick with us. Welcome welcome back to today's academic challenge, pitting our two teams against each other. The team to my left from Toledo Early College, the team to my right from North Baltimore. We want to thank them for being here with us again today. After round one, North Baltimore out in the lead. We're going to take a quick opportunity to meet our two teams right now. We're going to start with the team on my left, Toledo Early College. Introduce yourself and introduce your teammates.
Hi, I'm Joy Reason. I'm a senior. And this is Joey Heidenasher, and he's a sophomore. And here's Stanley Shrewsbury, and he's a junior. And then last is Jacob Merkel, and he's a junior.
Our team from Toledo Early College. Thanks, guys, for being with us today. Let's now meet our competitors from North Baltimore. Introduce yourself and introduce your teammates.
I'm Austin Davis, and I'm a junior. To my right here is Philip Ernsberger, who's also a junior. We have Cody Switzer, who's a freshman. Ashley Basden, who's a senior. Evan North, who's another junior. Ashley Quantic, who's a senior. Andrew Peters, who's another junior. Paige Bowen, who's a freshman. Brittany Dockenbaugh, who's a freshman. Callie Slagle, that's a junior. And then on the end in the back is Emily Law, who's also a freshman.
And that is our team from North Baltimore. Thanks, everyone, for being here again today. We're getting ready now to launch into our second round. This will be our volleyball round, and we'll explain the rules to you here real quick. This, again, the low point total team is going to go first. In this case, Toledo Early College. 10 points will be awarded for any correct answer. If you answer incorrectly, the other team will be allowed to steal the question, and if they are correct, they will be awarded the follow-up question. No more than 2 questions per team in a row, and this will, again, be a timed 3-minute round. So 3 minutes on the clock. Toledo Early College, this first question will go to you. In what country will you find the cities of Monterrey and Guadalajara?
Yeah, sure.
Mexico?
Mexico is correct. Over to North Baltimore. Be is the chemical symbol for what element?
Beryllium.
Beryllium is correct. Back to Early College. What's the name of the Al-Qaeda leader who's believed to have directed the attacks on 9/11?
Osama bin Laden.
Osama bin Laden is correct. North Baltimore, in the book of Genesis, after the flood, mankind settled in a plain called the Shinar and attempted to build what tower?
The Tower of Babylon.
Tower of Babel, not Babylon. So we'll have to call that an incorrect answer. I'm sorry, and that should have been a bounce over. So we'll go over to Early College then with this question. In what Alex Haley novel will you find the characters Kizzy, Chicken George, and Kuta Kinte? Roots is correct. Back to North Baltimore. Actually, back to Early College because we had the bounce over there. So what's the fancy French name for snails? Toledo Early College.
Escargot.
Escargot, correct. We're back now to North Baltimore. What large peninsula includes portions of Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia? No answer from North Baltimore. Early College, a chance to steal.
Yeah.
Chesapeake?
Chesapeake, incorrect. We were looking for Delmarva. We stay with Early College. What was the title of the 1776 5-book, 2-volume work by Adam Smith, which was widely considered to be the first modern work in the field of economics?
Wealth of Nations?
Wealth of Nations is correct. We now go to North Baltimore. Name the French chemist who created the first vaccine for rabies, but is best known for demonstrating how to prevent milk and wine from going sour.
Pasteur.
Pasteur is correct. Back over to Early College. In what Christmas carol do God and sinners reconcile?
Wait.
No answer from Early College. North Baltimore, a chance to steal.
Hark the Herald Angels Sing.
Hark the Herald Angels Sing is correct. You get then the follow-up question. What was the name of the series of 1794 protests against new taxes by small farmers in Pennsylvania? Tax protests incorrect. We were looking for Whiskey Rebellion. Okay, we go then to a follow-up question for North Baltimore because that was a chance to steal. I'm sorry, we're back over to Early College. Joan has finished reading 30% of a 400-page book. How many pages has she read?
120.
120 is correct, and to even things up, they get the follow-up question too. Vocabulary under the letter D. A tall, tapering framework as over an oil well to support drilling machinery. Derrick is correct. We now go back to North Baltimore. What was the name of the plan that poured $13 billion into 16 nations of Western Europe between 1948 and 1952?
Marshall Plan.
Marshall Plan is correct. We go, and that is our last question there in the volleyball round. The score, 100 points now for North Baltimore, 60 for Early College, so the game a little bit closer after round 2. We're going to come back with our lightning round after this quick break. Stick with us. Welcome back to today's academic challenge. We now enter our third round between Toledo Early College and our team from North Baltimore. Big catch up there by the team from Toledo Early College. Only 40 points separating the two teams. And usually here in our lightning round is when we see one of the teams emerge a little bit. We'll see if that holds true in this particular game. We'll explain the rules to our lightning round real quick for everyone. The low point total team gets to go first. It gets to select question pack A or B. In this case, Toledo Early College picked packet B. 10 points for correct answers, no deductions for incorrect answers, and you are allowed to pass on a question, but you have to hear the completed question first. 3 minutes to answer as many questions as you can. So here we go. Toledo Early College, your lightning round begins with this first question. What word often used in physics comes from the Latin word meaning how much?
Quantum.
Quantum is correct. What did Christopher Columbus call the Caribbean islands after he landed there?
The East Indies.
East Indies incorrect. It was West Indies. Our next question. Who wrote Quidditch Through the Ages?
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling incorrect. We were looking for Knizzlerly Wisp. What major city sits adjacent to the Puget Sound?
Seattle.
Seattle is correct. What kind of triangle has one internal angle larger than 90 degrees?
Obtuse.
Obtuse is correct. Who was the first winner of American Idol?
Kelly
Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson is correct. What's it called when the ovaries are surgically removed from female non-human animals?
Pass.
Passing. We were looking for spay. According to Ray Bradbury, at what temperature do books burn?
451 degrees.
451 degrees is correct. The terms FEMA and NATO are what grammatical form of their respective organizations?
Pass.
Pass. We were looking for acronyms. John Brown led the raid on the federal arsenal at what town?
Harper's Ferry.
Harper's Ferry is correct. Vocabulary under the letter C. Any of a subphylum of arthropods, including shrimps, crabs, and lobsters.
Crustaceans.
Crustacean is correct. Spell crustacean.
Crustaceans.
That is incorrect. Incorrect spelling. We'll move on to our next question. What's the capital of Maine?
Augusta.
Augusta is correct. Who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird?
Harper Lee.
Harper Lee is correct. What organ in humans has several functions, including glycogen storage, plasma protein synthesis, and bile production?
Pancreas.
Pancreas incorrect. We were looking for the liver. Who was the head coach at Ohio State before Jim Tressel?
Pass.
Passing. You're looking for John Cooper. What compromise was passed by Congress in 1820 to maintain the balance of power between slave states and free states?
The Great Compromise.
Great Compromise incorrect. It's the Missouri Compromise. What sign of the zodiac is symbolized by the water carrier?
Aquarius.
Aquarius is correct. From what novel are these literary characters from? Aunt Polly, Becky Thatcher, and Joe Harper.
The Adventures of Tom Sawyer.
Tom Sawyer is correct. What promotes chemical reactions within cells?
Pass.
Passing. Looking for enzymes. To what country do the islands of Sicily and Capri belong?
Italy.
Italy is correct. The shirt costs $50, but with a 20% discount, how much did you save?
$5.
10 was the first answer I heard, so we'll give that a correct answer. Correct, $10. And that is the end of the lightning round questions for Toledo Early College, racking up now to 190 points, so a nice job by that team. Now we move to North Baltimore. This will be your lightning round questions, 3 minutes on the clock, and your clock will begin with this first question. Francis Scott Key wrote the Star-Spangled Banner during the Battle of Fort McHenry, which was fought in the harbor of what U.S. city?
Baltimore.
Baltimore is correct. The electrons in an atom's outermost orbital are called what kind of? Valence is correct. What was the Confederate capital for most of the Civil War?
Richmond.
Richmond is correct. What war pitted the Long Parliament and the New Model Army against Cavaliers led by King Charles I?
War of the Roses.
War of the Roses is incorrect. Looking for the English Civil War. What is the square root of 169 plus 10?
23.
23 is correct. Tchaikovsky quoted the hymn God Preserve Thy People in what overture?
The 1812 overture.
1812 overture is correct. What is the capital of Chile?
Pass.
Passing. Looking for Santiago. Astronomers refer to a spinning neutron star that emits radio. Pulsar is correct. Before becoming president, John Kennedy was a senator from what state?
California.
California, incorrect. We're looking for Massachusetts. What war that saw the charge of the Light Brigade on a namesake Ukrainian peninsula?
The Crimean War.
Crimean War is correct. Helium, neon, argon, krypton.
Noble gases.
I'm sorry?
Noble gases.
Noble gases is correct. Vocabulary under the letter M. Any authorized delay or stopping of some specified activity.
Pass.
We were looking for moratorium. Spell moratorium.
Pass.
Passing that one. What author divided the history of ARDA into 3 time periods?
Pass.
That would be J.R.R. Tolkien. Road and Track magazine reviewed the tech-laden Mach 5 of what film?
Speed Racer.
Speed Racer is correct. What is the outermost layer of skin called?
Epidermis.
Epidermis is correct. What's the title of the head of Canada's government?
Prime Minister.
Prime Minister is correct. It's believed the first Americans may have crossed the ice over what present-day strait?
Bering.
The Bering Strait is correct. Name the author who created the fictional character symbologist Robert Langdon.
Dan Brown.
Dan Brown is correct. Figures that have the same size and shape are said to be what?
Congruent.
Congruent is a correct answer. What state would you be in if you were visiting the Johnson Space Center?
Alabama.
Alabama, incorrect. Looking for Texas. Name the U.S. president who was assassinated in September of 1901.
Pass.
Passing. William McKinley was a correct answer. On the pH scale, numbers below 7 are referred to as what?
Acids.
Acids is correct. What was the lead character's name on the TV show All in the Family?
Pass.
Passing. Looking for Archie Bunker. In what novel will you find Big Brother?
1984.
1984 is correct. And that is the end of the lightning round questions for Baltimore. Out now to 260 points to Toledo Early College's 190 points. That completes our 3rd round in our academic challenge. We'll be back with our final challenge after one more break. Welcome back, everyone, to today's academic challenge between Toledo Early College and North Baltimore. North Baltimore out to a pretty good lead now, but we enter into our final challenge round, a chance for Toledo Early College to catch up. We'll explain the rules to our final challenge here for you real quick. It is a buzz-in round, so everybody buzzers in hand. Questions will stop when one team buzzes in. 10 points awarded for correct answers. If the answer is incorrect, the opposing team gets to hear the completed question and can try to steal it. 3 minutes on the clock. This is, again, a timed round for our final challenge. Both teams buzzers in hand. The clock will begin with this first question. What city is mentioned for the first time in the poem titled Lancelot, the Knight of the Cart? North Baltimore.
Camelot.
Camelot is correct. On which of the Hawaiian Islands is the city of Honolulu? Early College.
Oahu.
Oahu is correct. What city is home to Lockleed's Landing, the 1904 World's Fair, and Busch Stadium? North Baltimore.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, incorrect. A chance to steal for Early College.
Detroit.
Detroit, incorrect. We were looking for St. Louis. On to our next question. Who wrote the Babysitters Club series? North Baltimore.
Judy Blume.
Judy Blume, incorrect. Early College.
No.
Looking for Anne Martin would have been the correct author. On to our next question. Who was Helen Keller's teacher? North Baltimore.
Ann Sullivan.
Ann Sullivan is correct. What is the capital of Wisconsin? Early College.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, incorrect. North Baltimore, a chance to steal that one.
Madison.
Madison is correct. On to our next question. What was the name of the series of laws enacted by Parliament in 1767 establishing indirect taxes on goods imported from Britain? North Baltimore.
Staple Acts.
That is an incorrect answer. Early College.
The Townsend Acts.
Townsend Acts is a correct answer for Early College. 10 points for you. Our next question, the award given for the best running back in college football, North Baltimore.
The Doak Campbell Award.
Doak Campbell is incorrect. Named for what 1948 Heisman winner from SMU? Early College, a chance?
No, I don't know.
The Heisman?
Heisman
Award?
is the trophy, but it's named for Doak Walker is the correct answer. Our next question for both teams, what are the basic structural building units of proteins? Early college.
Amino acids.
Amino acids is correct. Vocabulary under the letter R. To grill with an electrically turned spit. North Baltimore.
Roast.
Roast is incorrect. Early college.
Radiate.
Radiate incorrect. We were looking for rotisserie. Next question. What is 20% of 20 plus 20 divided by 4? Early college?
6.
6 is a correct answer. Our next question. The Greek hero Bellerophon is crippled when he fell off of what winged steed? Early college.
Pegasus.
Pegasus is correct. What major river of the world runs from Tibet through China, Myanmar, Thailand, North
The
Baltimore?
Yellow River.
Incorrect. Yellow River incorrect. Early college, you want to try?
The Yangtze.
Yangtze incorrect. We're looking for the Mekong. Mekong. Our next question. More than 80% of the people in Finland belong to what Protestant denomination? North Baltimore.
Lutheran.
Lutheran is correct. And that is the end of our final challenge. North Baltimore with 300 points, Toledo Early College 240 points. So North Baltimore, our winner today, they will be advancing. We thank you for being with us for today's academic challenge. Be sure to join us next time. At this point, we welcome both teams. Head on out front and congratulate each other on a game well played. And we'll see you again for our next academic challenge.